Coming up next, we have Kirk Edwards. He tells me he can beat anyone at Smash Brothers on the Wii. So take him up on it later. And that he also has he's deathly afraid of taking the stage and speaking in public.
Well, it's not easy to stand up in front of a crowd and reveal your deepest fear. But here goes. You see, I'm Kirk Edwards, and I want to be a stand-up comedian, only I suffer from extreme stage fright. You might be wondering why a guy like me with such stage fright would be up here at Ignite Salt Lake tonight. I don't know what I was thinking. I really don't. But I do have a strategy for that. See, now that I've revealed my fear to you, I'm hoping that we can be friends. And that as friends, we'll get comfortable with each other. At least I'm hoping that's a better strategy than me picturing you in your underwear. I discovered that I had a stage fright in 9th grade debate. Now don't jump the gun here. I don't like to fight just because I took high school debate. It's just that my mom wanted me to take high school debate, and I couldn't figure out any way to argue my way out of it. I remember on the first day of debate, we had to introduce ourselves behind one of those podiums. Not a podium, it was a podiumette, like college professors have. And I started shaking, and then the podium started shaking, and then eventually, it fell to the floor. From that day forward, I vowed that I would never do public speaking again. But the stand-up comedian in me still wanted to get out, and after reading other blogs about family vacations and traveling and politics and blogs that hated on the world, I thought, hey, I can do a stand-up comedy blog. I can do stand-up comedy while sitting down. Of course, it's not all it's cracked up to be. First, you don't get to hear the audience interaction, when you guys are a great audience tonight. Second of all, sorry DJ, but taking a water bottle break in the middle of your routine, that's just awesome. So I've come up with a motto to help me get through this. And don't try to steal this motto because I'm going to copyright it, but that motto is just do it. And when you've done it, when you've conquered your fear, you can put a little check mark next to it to say that you've done it. I'm a genius, right? All right, so here it goes. Here it goes, my first stand-up routine. You know, here in America, we like to say that we're all individuals, that we're all unique. But there's some things that we all do exactly the same. For example, get on an elevator. See if this sounds familiar. You push the button, the door opens. You see someone's in there, you look them in the eye, and you look away. Then you shuffle to the nearest corner, tell them your floor. They push the button, and you watch the lighted buttons go all the way up. See, I try to break that mold. When I see someone is in the elevator, I step right in front of them. I look them in the eye, and I push my own button. And I don't do this because I'm creepy. I do this because I'm an American. See if you've heard this one before. It's as cute as a button. Oh, it's just as cute as a button. I don't get it. See, I have 61 buttons up here for you to look at, and I wouldn't define any of them as cute.
They're not cute.
No, see? See, it's not, when I think of cute, I think of like a puppy in a bow tie, or it's not even as fun to say as say, that's as cute as a cornucopia of daisies. A lot more fun to say. However, I met Lulu the button, and I changed my mind. She is one cute button. Something that we don't do anymore that they used to do in the old days is they named their fan bases. For example, if you liked Star Trek, then you were called a Trekkie. Right. We don't really do that anymore, but don't worry. I've gone to the trouble to do it for you tonight. For example, if you like American Idol, then you're an idolizer. And if you like The Biggest Loser, you're a Weight Watcher. And if you're a man who likes Hannah Montana, you're sick. What's wrong with you? This is an over 21 venue. Come on. And that's a picture of a baby with a lemon for your entertainment. And it's as cute as a cornucopia of daisies. Something else I've heard lately is, if there's one thing I know for sure, blah, blah. Like, if I know one thing for sure, it's how to get this project done right. Or if I know one thing for sure, it's BYU's going to leave the Mountain West. Well, it got me thinking. I sat down and made a list, and I thought of 87 things that I know for sure. Now, that might not sound like a lot of things to know, but it's 86 more than those that only know one thing for sure, so they can just eat it. Check me out, sitdowncomedian.com. Thank you, everyone.